Yeah,
definitely.
correct. Yeah. Oh, Mary, you legend. Tano obviously records confirmations and stuff like that, and it's really good to have these confirmations and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just get my iPad?
Yeah.
And I'm going to stay here, but let me just, because I like to have it as a backup. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries, Mary. Yeah. All good. Oh yeah, sorry, Tano. Yeah, Bev, my lovely. If you message Tano, she will send you the LINK to the YT for your reading. Thank you, Tano. Thank you. I completely sorry. Just it's a bit of an emotional day, guys. Yesterday, got really emotional. Still feel a bit like it now. Not sure. Just trying to work out why. I know that Destiny's child's birthday is coming up. Maybe that's why I'm getting emotional. Oh no, I know why. It's the 25th today, isn't it? 25th today. I know exactly why. It's 2 months since my best friend's celebration of life. That's why, as well. Yeah. It's on the 25th of February. Yep, 25th of February it was on. So yeah, 2 months. Thank you, guys. Everyone keep tapping the screen, guys, yeah? Thank you.
Back now.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, Destiny.
How are you?
Not too bad now.
Bless you.
I'm feeling, good. Dad's back home, or back to the lodge as they call it, but he's out of hospital, so that's fantastic.
That is amazing. I'm so happy for you guys. It's amazing. Just get him to rest up. I know Dad doesn't like the word rest and
No.
like the word not doing anything because he feels like he's not. Do you know what I mean? He feels like he's what's the word? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's exactly the same as me. When I'm not well, I feel like as if I'm useless. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's the right word you've used. Mum rang about 10 times tonight, and I said, Mum, she was quite frustrated and angry. I mean, I wouldn't like to repeat what she said, but to me personally, but I had to let it go. And I said to Dad, just want to say, are you glad that I took you to the hospital? I know you're a bit frightened, but I want you to know that
You care.
all of everything that you have or whatever, it means nothing unless you're present and you're here, and money and whatever. And he said, I'm glad you said that to me. And I said, because it means nothing without us as people. Anyway,
Yeah.
so some fantastic confirmations, everyone. Let Destiny lead the way. She will show you.
You want me to lead the way? Oh, don't you want to lead the way? It was your reading that you had, my lovely. And now,
Well, okay. Just so I get it right. Gosh, I've got a number. Let me just see if I can get Discord up. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Discord.
okay. So, Mary had a reading. How long ago was your reading, Mary?
It was it Thursday?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So Thursday. No. Just bear with me. I'll tell you when it was. Bless Mary. Right, just give me a minute and I'll tell you when Mary's reading was. Mary's reading was on the 22nd of April. The 22nd of April. 22nd of April 2026. That was Tuesday, Mary.
Oh, Tuesday.
So Tuesday, and then by
Friday?
On the same day. So Mary had her reading, as I explained. Mary had her reading early hours of the morning on the 22nd of April 2026, okay? That same day, later on in the afternoon at 1:59 p.m, Mary, with her reading, I explained to her that she would see a bus, and opposite the bus, there would be a bench. And I said to her, this bench that you sit down on isn't just an ordinary bench. It's a bench of a meaning. And this has come from your brother who's in the spirit world. And he gives me reference and he keeps saying, I'm here and I'm listening. I'm listening to you and I'm here. Okay. And there was a big significance to a bench. And I was seeing a bench and I was also seeing a bus opposite it. Okay. No way did I receive a photograph from Mary. Okay. Can I show him, Mary? Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Wait for it. Of a bench and a bus. Okay. This isn't just any old bench, guys. Okay. Just not any old bench. I'm now going to tell you in reference to this bench. Okay. Just bear with me. And the bench states, someone is always listening.
Wow. Just unbelievable.
Someone is always listening. So when I explained about the bench, and I had said to Mary in the reading early hours of the morning that you would be in a connection to a bench, and it wouldn't just be any old bench, it would be a bench that had a connection of a meaning, powerful meaning, and there would be a bus opposite it. But Mary, did you notice something on that bus? Are you ready?
Yeah.
On that bus, it said there's something in the cinema on May the 8th, Mary.
Yeah.
I gave you May as a big significance with something.
You did.
Yeah? But also 8, half of 8 is 4, which is Destiny's number.
Wow.
Look, right there on that bus as well. So take that we've said may, but also maybe add on now number 8.
Right. Wow.
Okay. As a significance as well. Yeah.
Wow.
And if that isn't a sign from spirit, then I don't know what is. Okay. Then Mary goes on to tell me, so in the reading I gave her that she would find lots and lots of white feathers all congregated together, not separately. They would all congregate together, and she would have to pick them all up together, like how they were. No way did Mary find all them feathers all together. All them feathers all together. Right there. I haven't finished yet. Right. Then I also told Mary that she would come across some beautiful white flowers. Remember? You can go back and read her reading, guys. No worries. They were the white flowers that she came over to as well. Okay. And I told her about insignificance. Right? Not only that, you behave yourself, Rich. Right, okay. And then Mary, we've also got here, I mentioned to her about yellow flowers. Now, Mary, in reference, who had them yellow flowers up, please?
Where did I send you the picture from? Yes, me.
There you go. And Mary had forgotten, because she'd had a lot going on, she'd forgotten that she had already had yellow flowers.
Yeah.
And I had channeled yellow flowers on her reading.
Yes.
And if they are not signs, guys, from your loved ones in the spirit world, then I don't know what is. But that is absolutely amazing, fantastic, beautiful confirmation there, Mary.
100%.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your beautiful confirmation and that as well. And I've known about that confirmation for a while, but it's not my place to say. And I was like, oh, Mary's got confirmation. She'll be in the barn, whatever, you know, and everyone was waiting for you to come into the barn to talk about that confirmation. So here's your chance to have your part and how you feel about your confirmation. Okay, so I'll mute and I'll let you talk. Big love.
Well, firstly, I want to thank Destiny for, shall we say, I don't know the correct words, but opening the mind out. Even like when you look at something, you think, no. But I said, yes. And I walked coming out from Dad's ward outside, and do you know, I'll be honest with you guys, I must have dealt with 20, 30 professional medical people. I had no problem. They were putting Dad ahead all the time, not by rudeness or anything like that. When or being forceful, it was like these guys were just doing it, flowing. It was like I had wings on me in there. It was just flying from here to there, room to room. We were moving forward. But anyway, that time that I sent Destiny, I picked up the feathers. I think there was 5 feathers. I thought she said 5, she said 5. And I looked and I went, no, there's going to be loads more. There wasn't. There was 5 dotted around as I flowed. Then I passed a little flower bed, and there was the exact flower. She said, please can you get a picture, please can you get a flower like this? And she showed me, it was on the card. My goodness me, I looked down, walking alongside, and there they were. There they were. Didn't buy them. They were there, budding. Took a photo. You know, Destiny wasn't aware that I was actually going to send her a photograph. I didn't go out my way to say, oh, let's go and race around looking for a flower. They were coming out. Destiny didn't expect this. I sent them. She didn't expect this. And I wanted to thank her. I didn't want to sort of like, in the fuzz that was going on, make her wait. I thought, no, she deserves that confirmation from me as the sun shone down. And when we, my sister and I went for a coffee, because mum and dad were safe and being looked after in that ward, and we sat on the bench, and I looked and I said, would you like to sit at another bench? She went, no, we'll sit here. And I sat there and I kind of got this feeling, and I looked at the bench and I thought, oh my God, she said you're going to be sitting at a bench. And I went, right, I'm looking at this bench now. My sister was looking at me like, what are you looking at? And I went, oh, that's interesting. And then I looked behind me, and she did also say at the end of a road, and that was the top of the road because you have to go around a square. So that was the top of the entrance as well. And then behind me I looked and I seen a bus coming. I went, oh my goodness me, hold on a minute here. So I got my phone out, I took a little photo of the bench, and then I turned around and my sister was looking at me going, are you taking a photograph of the hospital? But I thought, no. So there was one bus, then there was another bus. And I went, no, I'm doing it. Snapshot the bus. And, you know, I didn't feel strange in any way. I thought, you know, we've got a connection here. This is like happening so quick. So there, you've got the flower, you've got the bus, you've got the bench. And what I was saying is, spirit, you can feel it. My sister's being nice to me. We're having a coffee. Let's take the photo. It just all came one after another. It just came one after another. And I thought, you know what, Destiny, you've really helped me through this day. I wasn't hysterical all week. I didn't panic. Even though it was like dire straits, I really felt the richness in my heart. I felt like I was communicating with these top guys that have worked so hard in their life, the medical people, to actually help my dad at 89. And then I had a little thing that I had to go to yesterday. I was a bit nervous of, but it was done. I'm not going to mention that. And I just felt that richness in spirit. So not only did I get confirmation, I truly felt, you know, I had my little rosary beads in my hands, doing my little prayers, doing my little chants. And I went, you know what, you have to believe. And as much as I am my own little Catholic, when last Saturday, when it started, all of this is when the priest asked me to stand up and give Eucharist, the bread of life to the 7 little people at the care home. And I didn't feel good enough. He said, you will do this. I said, okay, Father. And I gave my mum and dad bread of life. And the thing is, look what's happened within 1 week. Within 1 week. That is nothing short of a miracle. But I never was hysterical. I felt complete guidance. And, you know, not only from the medical team, but Destiny was there like a sister to me, if you don't mind me saying. I know, you know, the title, but I felt the warmth, the love, the support, the care, the genuine, you know, the genuine wanting, I will be there with you on that journey. And I think that is a huge, not only confirmation, but guys, anybody here, please believe me, there is nothing greater than love. There is nothing greater than somebody being by your side, even if they physically can't be. The flowers, also the funny, I bought the yellow roses. I always buy yellow roses from my brother, and I put them in the living room when Mum stayed with me. And I brought the picture of my brother to Mum and the rosary beads to try and settle it. And she had 3-4 peaceful nights. I know we slept in the living room, but I knew Mum was safe. She didn't trip or fall. So all of these things, lighting the candle, thanking my brother for being there. I carried out all of that. I sent Destiny that photograph because, yeah, why talk about somebody if you can't share that love? And, it was like a sisterly love that I received from Destiny that gave me the inner strength. So that is what I would call her in my own way. That's the feeling she gave me. And to show that love properly for my own brother and that own thought process is, you can't buy it. You can't put a label on it. I can only be grateful to Destiny for all. It's not that she needs proof or anybody needs proof. I'm grateful for that companionship, that spiritual guidance, the Destiny guidance. She's just one superb, beautiful person. Like it would break your heart to think, I've come through this journey, and that other person, that other wonderful lady on that other side of that screen is going, Mary, nice and calm. We're gonna pace it. We're gonna get through this. You're gonna be respectful. You're gonna be courteous. You're gonna be kind. And yes, it is the horse year, and I got some thrashing this week by a few people. But you know what? Let them carry on. Let them go on their path, and bless them on their journey. But Destiny, wow, you've just been you are phenomenal. And for what you have come through yourself, may I add to everyone, what you have personally suffered, you still said, you know what, guys, I'm going to keep going, because that's, in my eyes, and as I sat outside the hospital, I didn't feel sorry for myself, not for a moment. I got up and bought my bananas and got my fruit and got my pears and thought, right, get up there, get on with it, because that's what Destiny's had to do, go through her own pain and suffering, losses, on behalf of giving to others. She's given to others, and I understood that, because I thought to myself, God, I felt I was rough as a badger, to be honest with you, myself. Not this week, the week before, 3 weeks before that, and I think to myself, that poor girl, we can all be so judgmental. And as you talk tonight, I only gathered the end of it. I thought to myself, jealousy is a terrible thing. Terrible thing. Not that it has anything to do with my reading in support of Destiny. Guys, just drop it, exit, and let her lead her journey, because we need people like Destiny. Even though she's taken a battering, leave her be and let her walk her path, because she's going to walk it. She will walk it, and she will do immensely well. But I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for you answering the messages. I'm grateful for communicating to me in this week. It's just like winning the lottery. That person has responded. she's just outstanding. And I can't thank you enough, Destiny. I know I'm rattling on here, but I want people to share the realness of it, because there's nothing more painful than walking down the path of a hospital, breaking your heart, and you're not in control. So she is a wonderful person. She's beautiful. She's kind. She's thoughtful. And I'm sure you all are clapping for Destiny tonight. I don't want to ruin your makeup. Is that okay, Destiny?
Wow, Mary.
It's okay. Truly mean it. Truly do.
Huh?
I truly mean it, you know. How beautiful. How beautiful. In dire straits, and then feathers are there, the little flowers are there, the sun's shining, the bench is there, the bus is there. It's just, they're just turning up, they're rocking and rolling. I'm thinking, what's going on here? So that's within, it's just happened. And good spirit allows that. And that is good spirit. And that is, you know, that is good spirit. And I know that's good spirit. And that is incredible feeling. That is so powerful. It's not just about reading. It's powerful. It's true. It's spirit. It's life. It's a part of our heart. It's part of who we are. We're only here for a short time, long time. Who knows what time? But wow, spirit is incredible.
Told you I felt emotional, didn't I?
Yeah, but you know, it's beautiful emotion, and you deserve it, Destiny. You deserve people to support you. You deserve that entourage. Let's be with each other and to assist each other through life. I mean, I'm great at some things, but I'm terrible at others. But my goodness me, when I go out and do what I need to do, I will not stop, and I won't be destructive. And I think, yes, our world is destructive. People are very aggressive, they're heavy. You know, you don't need to do that journey. And Destiny is, you know, in the hype of things, that's great. But Destiny, to me, I have thought about this week, and I thought how much more.
My eyelashes are going to fall off in a minute, Mary.
They will.
You have to go and put more glue on them. Go on.
But you know, you being the gentle Scorpio side, which we do have assigned to, is so beautiful and serene. And I think Destiny, you know, you'll never have any competition, because the thing is, nobody can buy that. Your beauty is showing through serenity, and I think, and being genuine and having to prove yourself is okay, but sometimes it makes you feel angry and frustrated. But I think if you say Destiny is serene, no one can beat that, because no one can. It's when our society makes you aggressive. And I think, not telling you what to do, but I've worked it out myself. When you are professional, serene, people respect that. When people think you're in competition, they'll go fight you because they have got no boundaries. So they'll go for somebody like you. And I'm saying this in a nice way because I get it myself. Oh my God, like a red flag to a bull. Do you know, when I went into care, and this is really strange, I went to make a cup of tea and I says, this little lady came up, never seen her before, tiny little lady, about 4 foot. She had a lilac flower on her and a lilac top. She said, excuse me, miss. She said, could you make me a cup of tea, please? I said, certainly could. So I was talking to this carer lady. She was the most beautiful little lady. I said, oh my goodness me. I said, you look beautiful. She said, really? I've just come from a ballet class. I said, really? Where was that? I'd love to do ballet. Not that I can do ballet, but I thought you, Destiny, actually. And I said, I used to do Irish dancing when I was a kid. She went, do you know? She said, you look beautiful. Oh, I said, I don't. I said, I need my hair doing. She
Yeah.
went, oh, no, no. She says, do you know I'm 90 years of age? 90 years of age. But anyway, on that note, I've said my little bit. Sorry about, I have been confirming all night, but I just wanted to confirm how I felt and in support of Destiny and with Thanksgiving and with joy. I'm not talking about off the radar, you know, off the radar stuff. I'm being genuine about the serene and beautiful things in the reading and the beautiful things that is about Destiny. So I want to bring that to her. Not, it wasn't about me and my needs. I'm just bringing to light the beauty that I felt with what she told me, because I could feel it in my spirit. I could feel it in my soul. Keep calm. Keep calm.
This is wild. I'm just lost for words.
But it's the truth. I felt the serenity in my heart. Even in the emergency ward, I was super calm. In chaos, I'm super calm. So thank you. Thanks for being my side. Thanks for responding. At home when mum and my sister stayed, I said, help yourself. If you're comfortable, you want to make a cup of tea, do what you like. And that's it. I kept calm, calm, calm. That's it.
Oh,
Thank you.
Mary, I've seen you grow so much. Honestly, I just want to say, like, wow, your journey has been. You've had some ups and downs, you know, and everything else, and there was a lot of things that you needed to come to terms with. And I feel,
Yeah.
as time's gone on and forwards, you really are starting to listen to the guidance and things that you've been given, and you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and I feel that that is where now, because you're starting to listen to what you're being given from spirit,
Oh, yeah.
angels, your ancestors, your loved ones, your spirit guides, right? That's why you're gonna in return now have very good karma for you, Mary.
I'm feeling it. I do feel it genuinely, but I need to feel it in a gentle way. I think you've got to be gentle to feel it. Because when there's too much, you can't feel it, you can't read it, you can't digest it. And that's it. And when I'm talking to you, when you're serene and gentle, listen, I love the upbeat music. There's nothing, let's go. But when you really feel it, when the serenity's there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely. Honestly, I'm lost for words.
no. It's true, though. It's true. You know what I mean? All people want in a difficult time. Tony, the little Scotsman that was in the care home. Mary, where you been, darling? I can't believe it. You're back. Your mum, dad's like, great guy. Really, really nice. Full of energy, full of love, full of life. Do you know what? What a great character. And do you know what? It's a blessing he's there because he's a nice friend of mum and dad. He said, you're better than any of the carers. I said, I'm not a carer. I'm not very good at medicine side. I'm great at helping people in different ways, but not in that area of life. But what a great character. And, it is all about great people, having great people in your life. And not, it's not about it's just about energy and helping each other,
100%.
not blocking each other,
No.
And just like, it's not about like, oh, I'm ill, I've got a sore throat, come on, guys, help yourselves a bit better. My brother said, help my sister. Okay, well, don't eat corned beef. you know, I've had to work hard to try and to keep the beef down. You know, nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You've got to try for yourself, and then you can try for others. But thanks, anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, truly. Honestly, I can't believe the lovely support comes in here. It just blows my mind. And thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, right. Guys, I'm just going to take a break just for a minute, just to, what's that, you know? But yeah, as soon as I've done that, we'll get straight back to the readings. Okay, thank you.